Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to Wake Up with Young Living. I hope you have enjoyed these last few days as much as I have. Today is our last day of convention, and there are still so many exciting things to come. I am very excited because today we have Lindy Smith, Young Living's Senior VP of Global Marketing. She's here with us to recap all of the exciting things that happened yesterday. And she's also going to give us the inside scoop on our beautiful new branding.
Thanks for having me, Haley.
So yesterday, Wayne and Jared, they talked to us about Young Living's new vision statement, a healthy home for each of us, a healthy world for all of us. Can you tell us why we chose that statement and what it means?
Yes, of course. So we spent a lot of time discussing why Gary wanted to get oils in every home of the world. And part of that reason and the conclusion we came to, it's really to create these healthy environments and these healthy havens. And so it made natural sense to go from getting oils in every home in the world to creating a healthy home for each of us and a healthy world for all of us.
I love that everything that we do here at Young Living is to help people live healthier, and even our key messaging reflects that. Can you speak to that a little bit more?
Yes, of course. So Young Living prides itself on having the purest products and the cleanest products on the market. And we've spent 26 years now, really discussing our seed to sale story and how quality matters. Well, in addition to that, as part of this refresh, we're going to be focusing on two other things. One, empowering people, and that's really done through our foundation, who you're going to hear from today. The other one is about protecting the planet. And as we've gone through this brand refresh, we've talked about packaging and the new look and feel on our packaging and how important sustainability is to us. And everything you're going to see as this new packaging comes out later this year and early in 2021 will be about sustainability and sustainable packaging. In fact, we created a credo that we'll be sharing with all of our members. It's very exciting, that Young Living will stand by.
Well, that's awesome. So why do we decide to refresh Young Living's look and feel?
That's a great question and a very important one. You know, refreshing a brand is not something you take lightly. It's something that takes a lot of time and work and something that can change the way people perceive you. So you always want to do it for the better. So what we did is we've really talked about ensuring that Young Living maintains that position as the world leader in essential oils. In addition to that, the other reason was we need to make sure we appeal to these new generations coming into Young Living. Essential oils are so easily accessible, and we need to make sure Young Living stands out as the true leader that we are.
Yes, let's check out how beautiful this brand is coming together.
Okay, sounds good. So what you're seeing first is the cover of our new product guide. It's launching this year in most of our markets this July. In addition to that, we're going to show you some of the spreads that are inside this product guide. So this first one that's up is our lifestyle shot that we did. And it's really about capturing those moments in time. It's about these moments that you're spending inside your homes and these havens that you're creating. The next shot we're going to show you is our nutrition products. And the reason I love this shot is it's really high contrast shadows that it shows. And also it's just a different angle that we usually have not shown our products in this angle in the past. And it's really making it a more modern look and feel. Next, we're going to show you a shot of our ingredients, and you'll start to see this a lot in our branding. Not only are we going to show farm imagery, which is very important to us, it's also about being up close and personal with all of these ingredients. Young Living owns its own farm so that we know every seed that goes into the ground, and we know every botanical that we're using in our products. And so I love shots like this that really tell that story. The last thing you're going to see is our Thieves products. And the reason this shot's a fun one is it's really about the textures and linens that you're seeing in addition to just the beautiful products that are laying there.
So beautiful. Everything is so clean. It's so fresh. It's so real. I love it. And even the new gear site has a new look. And if you haven't seen it yet, check out Young Living Gear, ylgear.com. And Lindy, I hear you've been making some changes to our gear as well.
Yes, okay, so I mentioned how important sustainability is to our brand, and Wild Gear is no exception to that. So we spent a lot of time making sure that with this brand refresh, we're telling stories about reducing the environmental impact of our Wild Gear, empowering the artisans and suppliers that will create our gear as well.
So thank you so much for being here, Lindy. Young Living has always been leading the essential oil movement, and I love that we're doing so many things to be more sustainable, to give back to the earth, and to help others stay healthy. That's why Young Living was started, and that's why we continue to grow. Stay tuned for our Mompreneur Minute. It's coming up right after the break. Today, like I said, you guys are in for a treat, literally. And I'm so excited for you guys to meet our next guest. She is going to teach you how to make some amazingly delicious and a healthy snack that's infused with vitality oils. It's so good, you're going to want to start making it as we speak. So, I would like to welcome Shannon Sargent. She is the woman behind the Clean Eats and Treats Instagram account and the blog.
Hi, Haley. So happy to be here.
So excited to have you. I'm actually fangirling a little bit right now. I followed Shannon for a very long time on Instagram. I love her healthy recipe ideas. She creates so many whole food recipes that are family friendly and they taste amazing. It's been such a good resource for me because I try my best to eat healthy, but it's always hard to get your family to eat healthy and to eat a little bit cleaner. So, Shannon, tell us a little bit more about why you started your blog.
Sure. I started my blog about 5 years ago after many years of navigating a digestive disorder diagnosis with my own family. And I wanted to help others discover how easy and delicious whole foods for the whole family could be. So I truly believe that one of the healthiest things you can do as a family is to show up consistently at the table for a meal together. And I hope my recipes can inspire to bring others back to the dinner table.
I love that. So we are so excited to have you in the Wild family now, and really whole food is truly it makes such a huge impact on our health. And I know I speak for everyone when I say that we all love that you are creating these recipes for us. It makes it easier for all of us. And her recipes, they don't sacrifice flavor or leave you feeling deprived.
That's the goal.
That's why I like it. So let's get started. Yeah. Why don't you teach us how to make these power balls?
Okay, so we're making power balls today. This is a snack that my entire family depends on me making every Sunday night. It's a meal prep that we do weekly. We made a luscious lemon power ball for this segment. I'm so excited. It's delicious. It's so good for summer. It's amazing. Power balls are probably the easiest recipe on my blog. Basically, dump it all into the mixer. If you have a KitchenAid, very helpful. If not, you can do this in a bowl with a wooden spoon. It works just as well. And then mix it, and you want to form it into balls. I always let them sit in the freezer because you want them a little bit cold when you serve. But yeah, that's it. It's pretty simple.
Do you store them in the fridge too?
I do store them in the fridge. I like to keep them at a harder consistency. You can store them at room temperature. They don't last as long, and they're not as firm, but they won't go bad at room temperature. Okay, so with your oats, this is the most important tip that I can offer with power balls. You want to make sure that you grind these very fine in your blender first. This is going to help with the consistency and the overall texture. So I've already done that to save us the noise.
So it's not like it's oat flour, but it's just oats grinded up a little bit, but not quite into flour yet.
Breaking them down, you don't want to get quite to flour, but you want them to be pretty fine. Start with your oats.
Pour in the oats.
Pour in your oats. We're using for this recipe coconut butter. Ooh. So this is just basically the meat of the coconut. We warmed it in the microwave, so it's a little bit like a runnier consistency. Makes it a little bit easier to mix. And like I said, when you put this in the refrigerator, this will firm up. We're also going to add honey.
So all clean ingredients.
No refined sugars.
No refined sugars. Good for your kids to give it to them if they want something that's processed or full of artificial flavors and sugars and all that stuff.
I love power balls because they pack a nutritional punch. You've got protein and healthy fats and carbs. They're great for after sports or pre-workout or just a late night snack.
Or just a treat for you.
Exactly. We're going to add half a cup of shredded coconut unsweetened to our coconut butter and our honey and our oats. We're also going to do a scoop of the protein.
This is a really good, I love using the vanilla spice protein. If you haven't tried our vanilla spice protein, it has a cinnamony flavor to it. It's really good.
And it has 5 different proteins, which is incredible. It's a great protein. I love it. Okay. Dash of salt, sea salt. We're going to do a teaspoon of vanilla. And then I like to do 2 tablespoons of zest. It just adds a little bit of color. You don't have to do that. That's optional.
And a little bit of texture.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're going to do 20 drops of lemon vitality.
And I love adding vitality oils when you're baking or when you're adding them to recipes. Lemon vitality has cleansing properties. So not only does it add that flavor, but you're also getting the benefits of the vitality oil too.
Absolutely. Anytime I can add a little extra nutritional punch to a recipe, I'm all for it. Okay, so we're just going to mix this on low.
And this KitchenAid is just so cute too.
It works well
with lemon.
It's on vibe, yes. So you want your dough to almost have a cookie dough consistency. Can you smell that? smells so good.
It smells good. I wish you guys could smell it through the screens right now.
I love cooking with vitality oils. I've used basil in our marinara. I've used cilantro in our salsa. I've used ginger in our stir fry, and I love lemon in this recipe.
I love cooking with vitality oils too. It's great because vitality oils are easy to store. You can keep them for a long time. You don't have to run to the store and grab a little bit of this herb or this spice. You just have it right there in your kitchen.
So convenient.
So convenient.
Okay, I like to use a cookie scoop when I do my power balls. You want to get in there and like really press on the sides and then remove any of the excess. And then just scoop it out and set it on a parchment-lined tray and then pop it in the freezer for about 5 minutes till they like set up. And then you can store them in the fridge.
And then you don't get your hands all gunky either.
Totally.
I guess
you could make these with your hands if you'd like to, but I prefer a cookie scoop.
Feels a little bit more, professional with a cookie scoop.
Exactly.
I like it. Yeah.
Should we try one?
Let's try one.
Okay.
All right. Cheers.
Good?
Mm-hmm. These are incredible.
It's like cake.
Mm-hmm.
Cake bites.
It tastes like a real cookie almost. Mm-hmm. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. It's a great way to get more protein throughout the day. Healthy ingredients, a healthy snack. You guys can even make this as you're watching convention throughout the day today.
Convention snacks.
Convention snacks. Shannon, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So excited to have you on here. And if you want to try out more of Shannon's recipes, check out her Instagram account at cleaneats_clean treats or on her blog, www.cleaneatsandtreats.com. And next up, we have advice from another mom boss in our Mompreneur Minute segment. Today we have Miko Bowen joining us. Miko is a Young Living Diamond and a mother of 6. So Miko, knowing what you know now as a Diamond leader, what advice would you give to yourself when you first signed up?
So when I first signed up, I was really hesitant to jump into this business for multiple reasons. Obviously, having a large family, thinking I was going to be too busy, things like that. So what I would go back and tell myself is jump in with 2 feet, that nothing needs to be perfect. When we share from our hearts and we let people see that side of us who, we are moms working from home with multiple kids and a large family, that it's really inspiring not only for those out there, those other moms out there that think like maybe they can't do this when really they can, but it's also really helpful to show up for your family like that, to show your kids that, hey, mom can pursue her dreams too, and she can still be here for you. So I would just tell myself to not worry about it, that it doesn't need to be perfect, and just to keep sharing all of these wonderful products that we have the opportunity to have our hands on, and to just try to get them into as many homes as we can.
Oh, I love that advice, Miko. Thank you so much for sharing, because really there's never the best time to sign up, right? No one's ever perfect. We all just have to jump in and start doing it, because that really, like you said, that's more relatable. That's what's relatable with everyone else. And there is more with Wake Up with YL coming your way, so stay tuned right after this.
Hi, Young Living family. I am Andrea Ollague from Young Living Foundation, Ecuador. In 2019, thanks to your donations, we were able to provide education to 340 students at the Young Living Academy and celebrated the 5th graduation. 2,400 children and adults participated in community development programs. This means 2,740 people were impacted last year by the Young Living Foundation in Ecuador. At the Academy, we have students like Jorge, who his entire family for generations have been dedicated to being peasants. Now, Jorge sees his future in a different way. He wants to become an agricultural engineer who values his roots but with a vision of prosperity. This transformation in the lives of so many is possible because you decide to become part of someone else's bright future. Help us to change even more lives. Join the Young Living Foundation and be one for someone.
As stewards of the earth, we want to take care of our planet. With thousands of employees in multiple countries and millions of members, Young Living's influence can really make a positive impact on the environment and set the example for millions more to follow. Young Living's founder, D. Gary Young, said, "I can take care of my Young Living family only if I take care of Mother Nature." A true steward of the earth, Gary deeply believed that there is an expectation for all of us to take care of the planet. And with us today is Devin Patton. He is Young Living's Director of Sustainability. He's here to give us some insight on what YL is doing to reduce their environmental impact. So we will share some really fun tips for how you can reduce waste and some fun information.
Thanks for having me here today, Haley. I'm really excited to be able to share some of what YL is doing to carry on Gary's vision of caring for the earth.
So what are some things that YL is doing to help the environment?
YL has been doing and continues to do so many great things. In the last year, we've created an entire sustainability team that's dedicated to helping YL reduce our waste and be more sustainable. And we're using that same vision to encompass an entire corporate social responsibility strategy that will amplify our waste reduction efforts and cover areas like our GHG emissions. We're working with great partners to conserve land, like we did out at Tabiona with the D. Gary Young Wildlife Sanctuary, to protect animals through Tracy Aviary or the Vital Ground Foundation, and to help educate staff and communities by partnering with NGOs in many markets.
Oh, that's a lot. Now, one of Young Living's 5x5 goals is to achieve zero waste in 5 years. So tell us more what that actually means.
It's a great question, because zero waste has many different definitions depending on who you ask. But the underlying concept there is to not send any trash to the landfill. To tackle this goal, we divided up our operations into several different strategic areas, including our facilities, our farms, our manufacturing fulfillment, our events, and our product packaging. For us, what we wanted to do in these areas is to reduce the waste that's generated in all of them.
And that's a lot of areas to reduce waste in.
Yes.
So tell us more about what the warehouse is doing to reduce their waste.
This is an exciting area, and I really like to highlight the efforts of the warehouse there. When we announced the goal, the warehouse immediately went to work, and they identified over 30 different waste streams in the building and began looking at how to avoid that waste, reduce it, or recycle it. And in many cases, they were able to do one, if not all of those. Within about 8 months, the distribution center was able to transition from a large open-top dumpster to a small flip-top one, and then any waste that was put into there is actually ended up burned for energy.
So can you give us some examples?
I can. Great things that they did there. They were able to recycle latex gloves and hairnets through Kimberly-Clark. All of our pallet wrap and film, corrugated cardboard, and metal is crushed, baled, and then sold off to different recyclers. Our Euro-sized pallets, we bring in our glass, are reused to ship product out, or sold off to a pallet company that uses them to repair old pallets. And then many other items that we need to recycle are stored in a semi-trailer and stored into big Gaylord bins and then shipped off for recycling.
Now, our warehouse is huge, so this is really a big thing that we're doing. We're making a big impact here.
Absolutely.
So what are some ways that our farms are reducing their waste?
Oh, this is exciting as well. And our farms are amazing. If you haven't been, you definitely need to go.
Yes.
But our farms have done a lot of great things. Our team there has developed a successful water recirculation process that recirculates the water from the boiler and the floral water. And it saves huge amounts of water, energy, and it even contributes to the soil health. When we compost the moss filters that filter out things from the water, and those are composted and put back onto the soil. We also have farms that are protecting endangered flowers, like our orchidarium in Ecuador, or creating monarch butterfly waste stations, composting biomass from the distillation process, and working on reforestation projects.
So not only do we get our oils from our farms, but our farms are also giving back to the earth. Those are some really cool things that you mentioned. I love learning more about our farms and all those things that they're doing to give back to the earth. So what are some simple tips and some advice that you would give to everyone at home to help lessen their impact on the earth?
Good question. One of the first things I always share is the 5 R's. Refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, or rot, which is compost. And there's a lot of wisdom in those 5 simple things. Many people will run out and try and buy the newest eco-friendly product. While there's some great items out there, many of us already have those things in our homes that we can already use to fill that need. We all have water bottles, coffee mugs, straws, lunch bags, shopping bags, all sorts of things we can reuse. Another big area we have a big impact in is the electricity we use in our homes and the cars we drive. By eliminating just a few trips, and it's not too hard to do, especially right now, and simplifying just a little, we can reduce a lot of our fossil fuel burning and a lot of our GHG emissions. One of the biggest tips I do have, though, is you do not have to be perfect at anything we've shared.
I like that tip.
One of our goals is to get millions of people doing zero waste or being sustainable imperfectly, not a few people doing it perfectly. We have strength in numbers, and if we can all work together, we can lift each other with just very little changes. We're always happy to answer questions, so people can always email us questions at sustainability@youngliving.com.
I love that advice. You don't have to be perfect to get started. Just start doing simple, small things every day, and we can all reduce our impact on the earth. So thank you so much for joining us, Devin. Now let's share with everyone some simple products that they can reuse right now in your homes. So first, I want to share with you a tip. So this is my favorite tip. So you can reuse your Thieves cleaning bottles. So Thieves Cleaner, if you don't already know, it comes in a concentrated form. And you can make approximately 29 bottles of Thieves Cleaner using the medium degreasing ratio. And we do recommend, once you dilute Thieves Cleaner, to put it into glass spray bottles or stainless steel spray bottles. But what you can do is you can reuse your Thieves cleaning bottle. It comes in a special type of plastic, and the essential oils will not eat away at it. And it's a perfect way to share it with family members and friends, or if you have kids at home who like to clean and they like to break your glass spray bottles. I know mine break all the time with my kids. So I love this because it's a little bit more durable.
I love that one. We've broken many glasses at my house as well. One of my favorites is to reuse your essential oil bottles by just adding a rollerball fitment to them, so you can roll on your oils and use them easily that way. Or if you have a diffuser blend you really like to use, pre-mix them and have them in your oil bottle ready to go.
I love that tip. So what you can do is put your favorite blends. Like say if you have your favorite anthro blend, you can put lime, geranium, northern lights, black spruce. Instead of having all the bottles by your diffuser, you just put it into one old bottle, put it in your diffuser. It's great. Love that tip. Now next is reuse your Mira hair serum bottle. So if you haven't used Mira hair serum, you need to. Use 2, Devin. It's great for the hair. It's great for your hair. But you can reuse the bottle to make your own DIY glow serum. So put in jojoba oil, avocado oil, your favorite fatty oil, your favorite essential oils, and you can use this to drop into your hands and then massage on your face at nighttime.
Excellent. And this amber glass is all easily recyclable as well, so you have enough. Another great tip is these wool dryer balls. Love to drop some essential oil on there, and once it's dry, toss it in with your laundry and infuse your laundry with great smells.
Yes, I love dryer balls. Plus, usually dryer sheets are filled with harsh chemicals, so it's really good to eliminate those harsh chemicals and infuse your laundry with essential oils and help them stay fresher with those dryer balls.
Absolutely.
Yes. Now, one other thing that I love to do is to reuse your PSK box. You may be thinking, how are you going to reuse your PSK box? But it makes a great essential oil travel case. So you can see right here, you can put all of your oils in there. It's great to throw into a suitcase, great to keep in your car for like your parent toolkit in the car. It keeps your oils safe. It keeps them out of the sunlight. It's just great to take anytime you need to go on the go.
Excellent. Well, these are just a few of the ideas we had to reduce your waste.
Yes, and since this is the only lovely planet that we've got, it's the only home that we've got, let's just do 1 or 2 simple things each day to yield greener, more sustainable lives. So thank you so much for all of the wonderful information, Devin. I'm sure everyone took home some really good tips that they can use and implement in their daily lives.
Thank you for having me here, Haley. Appreciate it.
I am so excited. Jackie Skinner just dropped in. Jackie is the executive director of the D. Gary Young Living Foundation, and it's so good to see you again. How was the foundation virtual 5K run this morning?
It was so much fun. My team and I got out and ran it as well, and there's nothing better than starting your morning with some exercise and, of course, some Nisha.
I could not agree more. That's the best way to start the day. Now, I saw a ton of people posting their pictures of them running in their superhero costumes through their neighborhoods and posting it on social media. It was awesome to see such great support with this run going virtual this year.
Our members really rallied behind this, and convention, of course, is our biggest fundraiser of the year and has been a fun challenge to transition all of our in-person fundraisers to being digital. But I was so thrilled with the 5K and look forward to seeing just as much support with our other fundraisers.
Yeah, I can only imagine what a challenge this has been, moving everything to be digital. And I know one of the foundation fundraisers is selling Young Living Foundation swag. So tell me more about this.
Yeah, sure. Well, you can find our foundation swag at the Wild Gear Store, and all swag proceeds benefit the foundation. And this year's foundation swag includes a hat, a water bottle, shirt selections, but I did want to highlight this shirt that we're really excited.
It's really cute. I love it.
I actually brought one for you, Haley.
You did? Oh my gosh.
There you go.
So cute. Thank you. I love it. Now, tell me more about this shirt.
All right, so this shirt is our One Tribe shirt, and it's inspired by the many Young Living members and employees around the world that are passionate about serving in their communities. I've seen so many examples of how people are making an impact, and we want to start capturing that impact in these stories. So we developed this t-shirt and are encouraging members worldwide to wear this as they serve in their communities as one Young Living family, or tribe, if you will, globally.
I absolutely love this. What types of service and volunteering have you seen happening?
I'd actually love to share some specific examples from different parts of the globe. So a group of incredible women known as the Oil Sisters, led by Jessica Gioloni, are always up to making a difference in their community in Louisiana and around the globe. This past Christmas, this group handed out Christmas gifts to over 300 local families in need, did a food drive for a local food bank during Thanksgiving, assisted with flood relief in Louisiana and Texas, and much more. In Utah, Young Living employees spent Earth Day last year planting trees, volunteering at a local bird sanctuary, and working on a community farm that benefits local refugee families. I've been especially inspired by the service of our employees and members during this global pandemic. Kyle Jin from Beijing sent 10,000 masks to Tongon, Ecuador to help with a virus outbreak for Young Living Academy families and Young Living employees. And then in South Africa, our members and employees stepped in to support a shelter for abandoned children whose funding had been affected due to COVID-19. Yoni Banawi and her team from Singapore led a donation drive across Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia to help frontliners who are working hard to fight against COVID-19. I also know of hundreds of hours that have been spent sewing face masks that have gone to support local refugee communities and Native American reservations. Our Young Living employees and members are having such an impact around the world, and these are absolutely stories worth sharing.
Yes, they are. Now, our members are absolutely incredible. I feel like I'm really starting to see the vision. If members all over the globe capture service in one of our One Tribe t-shirts, it's as if we're making an impact as a one global family.
Exactly. And we want the world to see that we are not just a business focused on business. We absolutely care about helping our communities near us.
I love that. Love, love, love that. Talk to me more about the hashtag #WildServes.
Yeah, so the hashtag is on the back of the shirt. And we're encouraging members and employees to share their service and volunteering activities on their social media using this hashtag and to tag the Young Living Foundation when posting. And this upcoming year, the foundation will be featuring posts with this hashtag on our social media channels to inspire the rest of us.
I love it. It's brilliant. I can't wait to follow this hashtag and the foundation to see how we are serving locally around the world.
And the best part is, not only are you making an impact while wearing the shirt, you're making an impact just by buying the shirt because the proceeds go to the foundation. So it's a big win-win there.
Yes, awesome, awesome. I've heard you mention a text line to donate. Tell me more about this.
All right, so the foundation theme for this upcoming year is Be One for Someone. And we're encouraging everyone to donate by texting B1 to 91011.
91011, okay.
Easy. Young Living funds all the operational administrative costs of the foundation so that every dollar donated goes directly to impacting those in need.
Okay, you heard it, everyone. Wear this shirt. Get out and serve in your Young Living community, in your communities. Post on social media using the hashtag #WildServes and text B1 to 91011. Jackie, thank you so much for being with us. We can't wait to follow the impact made both locally and globally this year.
Oh, thank you so much, Haley.
Thank you.
This is Idaho Regional Farm Manager Brett Packer at Highland Flats Tree Farm and Distillery. I'm joined with Farm Manager Michael Carter. Please know it breaks our hearts to not be joining you at International Grand Convention and enjoying the priceless face-to-face conversation we've had in years past. We would like to share with you how the Highland Flats team has continued to progress in the production of the conifer essential oils you know and love.
The trees we distill here at Highland Flats have been adapting to challenging circumstances over the course of thousands of years. We will continue to share what we learn from their example in the form of essential oils. We'd like to thank you for the work you do in growing your family, your organization, and our community, and we hope to see you again at the farms really soon.
And now for our oily tip of the day. Add 10 drops of Thieves Vitality and 10 drops of Lemon Vitality to a little spray bottle. Fill it with Thieves mouthwash for an immune-supporting DIY throat spray whenever you need a little extra boost. Just spray it in the back of your throat, let it sit, and then swallow. It's super easy to use. I love using this after teaching, a lot of talking, or singing. And in just a few minutes, you will all hear from the fabulous Amy Purdy and Mary Young in a general session that you won't forget. And then our workshops include amazing speakers like Rob Sperry, Ollie Banker, Carol Gay Gardner, Ante Ludman, Deborah Rayburn-Starkey, Danette Goodyear, and Ben Howden. And then make sure you don't miss out on our Sandalwood Scores game show tonight, and that's a wrap. It has been such a wonderful convention so far. Thank you all so much for tuning in each day to Wake Up with YL. Have a great rest of the day, and we will see you next year.